Rusty McGibbon with the General Manager of Assiniboine Community College Women's Division II, Larry Shannon. Larry, thanks for coming on.
Pleasure.
As we look behind, you guys are right here, defending champs. How do you like your chances this year?
I think our chances are still pretty good. We have 10 returning players. Our coaching staff is awesome. They know the game of hockey. They preach their game that they want played. The girls follow it. So I think we'll have a good time when we're here and play some awesome hockey.
You guys are a Canadian school from Brandon, Manitoba.
Yes.
And tell me about the just the amount of planning and travel that goes in for a Canadian school playing in a predominantly American league.
Well, our closest team is 90 minutes away, and our furthest team we have is 18 hours away. So there's a lot of planning, a lot of logistics to get everything in and done and make sure they do their schoolwork. We set aside times when we are traveling, just like this week. It's the United States term break. It's not term break for us, so we have scheduled right in our plans that they got to do homework and things. They do have to carry a grade point average to play on the team, both ACHA and ours. And I'm just thankful COVID season is done. That was even a worse logistics when you don't get to play any home games, and every game was a road trip. Plus get COVID tests done and everything else.
Now, speaking about home games, how do you find that the teams like coming up to Canada to play? They like that opportunity.
They do. They enjoy that opportunity. Everybody in the West gets along with one another. I mean, there's the friendships that have been built between teams, between coaches and stuff. We all get along, and it will help anybody out with whatever they need to get done.
That's why it's called Friendly Manitoba.
Exactly.
It is, yeah.
But we also, on the road, we try to hook up with and play 4 games on a weekend.
Okay.
So we're all the way down to Madison, Wisconsin, played Eau Claire on the way home. You know, like, we try to do some different things that are out of the realm. Instead of traveling all the way to Sault Ste. Marie, the other Canadian team in the division, playing 2 games and truck 18 hours home again. That's hard on the body, hard on the kids.
It is.
And to be in school next morning.
So you guys are a 2-year community college. Do you feel that in any way affects the players that you have?
It does, and I would say in our early years, it really affected us. We now find some of the girls coming back and taking a different course.
Okay.
A lot of our courses, some of them are 1-year courses as well. But we found we have a girl this year taking business admin. She'll take her 2 years and come back and take carpentry.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, they're trying to learn both ends of the skill. And I think it's a great opportunity for them. There's also the opportunity that if they finish their 2 years and we come to this, and I'm sure Division I teams are looking at our team after winning 2 years in a row, at taking some of our players, and we'd gladly see them move on to Div 1. We've often had coaches ask about them. Here's the opportunity, go talk to them.
Sure.
And it's up to them to sell their program to our girls after that.
So, it's an interesting concept of the ACHA expanding into Canada. And do you think that, maybe in some ways the Canadian system as it was 10 years ago failed in providing opportunities for women or even people in general to play post-high school?
Yes, definitely very.
And I mean, here's the thing, I'm a Canadian, but I don't mind saying that.
No, and I agree with you. We have the CIS and we have CCAA. When I was coming up, I played for our college. And then 1986, the governments decided that was it for sports right across the board. We still have volleyball, especially hockey. There's still volleyball, soccer, basketball throughout Canada at the CCAA level, but nothing in Manitoba for hockey. You either play U of M, or that's it, you're done. And you're playing beer league. It took us a while to get to where we are today. We played in those beer leagues with our teams, and then played in the national for senior hockey of women in level 2, and we won that a couple of years, and then that went by the wayside. Hockey Canada gave it up, and then ACHA, we asked them, and they took us with open arms, and we're here where we are today. And I still think there's I'll bet you 50 kids, 50 women playing from Canada in the U.S.
Oh,
in the
absolutely,
ACHA.
yeah.
And it's a great opportunity for them. And we know that there's 4 teams around Manitoba that take Manitoba, Saskatchewan girls, and great for them. I think the ACHA has done a great job at letting girls progress, and the men as well, but our program's the female side, so I really enjoyed the hockey. It's good hockey to come and watch, and the camaraderie is there.
What do you feel that now that your program is established, and I mean, I think you can definitely look at this trophy and label it successful. Do you feel now that has really opened the doors for girls to express interest in your school, just strictly from the hockey standpoint?
Definitely. We've had a lot of interest. Makes it easy for our coaches to go out and recruit.
Yeah.
They're coming to us now.
Yeah.
And it's helped, and we've also helped where we say we're full, and we give them the names of the other schools that are close to us and say, hey, like maybe look at those teams. And we've done it twice this year where we said we're full. Here's an opportunity, and those girls take those opportunities as well.
Do you think that it would be fair to say that hockey has shown itself to be a medium that has allowed girls to come back and to get a college and or university education, and really initially hockey was the drawing card?
Yes, we have one, Simone Turner. She played for us and then went away and went to the university, got her degree, and has come back to play at the college level and picked up other diplomas and other degrees. And like I said, 2-3 years ago, we had a girl that finished her business and then took carpentry and then took electrical. So we had her for 4 years. It's those things, and I think no different than when we played. It was those friendships that they built. Yeah. And they just wanted to go because they know when they leave college, the hockey season's done. And they all want to play hockey, and it's a great opportunity for them. We'll do anything for our girls to help them through it. We expect them to have an education, and that's first and foremost in our repertoire is you got to get educated, and if you're not there, then you can't come on the ice. So
I'm not much of a quote guy. I'm not an English major guy. Okay, but I read a quote recently, and to kind of paraphrase it, it says, "You don't practice success, you practice good habits, and implementation of these good habits lead to success."
Yes.
What would you say the good habits are in your program?
I think can't remember all our things our coaches do, but respect.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's respect on and off the ice to everybody. It's to learn what's going on. We're a community that has a wide variety of nationalities, races, and everything else in it. So it's to learn how to get along, and we promote. I can remember 3 years ago, I guess it was, a player went down and lost their blade on their skate for the opposite team. Our girl picked her up and helped her to the bench. Middle of the play's going on. We're going, who else would do that?
Right.
But one of our teams helping another team, making us shorthanded.
Yeah.
And the play's going to our end, and you're going, how can you give her heck? It's like,
right.
And everybody up in the stands go, wow, and it's to bring those things together as a community that we are in this building. And
with your success, do you ever have the feeling that you are somewhat of the Manitoba ambassador for the ACHA?
I would even say,
I mean, unofficially, but yeah.
Unofficially, I'd even say Canada.
Yeah.
In that instance, that we were on our second biggest network yesterday back in Canada on CTV. They had a little blurb about it. I think it's helped ACHA across Canada to understand about what's down in the States for girls offered and guys offered in hockey.
Yeah.
And it also paints a target on your back with the success we've had, because everybody's out gunning for us.
Yeah.
But that's hockey and that's sports, and it's good. Like, I mean, the only way you're going to get better is to play better teams, and we love the competition. So definitely successful.
When you come in as the reigning champions, how do you measure success, in the sense that, if someone were to bump you and your name wasn't on this year, what do you use as a measure of success when you have this to compare to? That's a hard one. It's a hard one.
It is a very hard question. Wins and losses, I mean, that's the easy one.
Yeah.
I would say, did the girls have a fun time?
Yeah.
Did they get their education? Did they make some friendships? or did they go away with a bad taste in their mouth in the end? And I mean, everybody's going to be sad that they lost, but you know, a week down the road, are they still happy that they did what they did? And if the old saying, if you leave everything on the ice and you lose, it just wasn't meant to be that day. And
right.
That's all you can offer is, except from the girls, that they'll do their best, I'll do my best. We lost ice a week before coming here. We came early and we got 2 practices in.
Good.
So I mean, like I say, we'll do anything for the girls and they'll come right back and help us out. They know what we want, and they all want that ring on their finger, just no different than an NHL player, and it's their best, it's their NHL.
I hear you mention some very important characteristics. I hear you mention respect. I hear you inadvertently mention teamwork and friendships. You know, if someone left with those things in mind, is there anything else that you would want them to take away from Assiniboine hockey?
That hopefully we set them up for success in life in general. And I mean, if you can get that education, that's one step towards it. Making those friendships, making that, I mean, hockey's a game of life, and you do that in your workplace, and we try to put it through to the kids that instill that friendship, the hard work, take that onto your life, and you'll have a successful life. And I think the two go hand in hand, sports and life just move along, and we've had girls over the past years that were down, and we're there to help them. We just don't slough them off and say, oh, they're done. We're there. They were down and out, and we're going to go with them and bring them along and bring them back in to be socially accepted in the world. And you know, it happens to all of us that we fall, but we're there to pick them back up and help them.
Just in closing, tell me about the level of support that you get from the school, and I mean the people that you really would express your gratitude to.
I think it goes right back to our president, Mark Frison, has been great to our sports. He's a great president. He's here this week to watch us.
Oh, wow.
He does come out to all of our sports at the college, our volleyball, our soccer. He sent a video, our media arts group. There's 6 of those here this week.
Yeah, you know what? They actually interviewed me, which was kind of cool. Yeah, it was super cool.
So I mean, it's just not the hockey team going.
Yeah,
it's the whole school's behind it. I know back home they had the St. Party's Day party at the college. It was the day to watch, and we had green cups and everything else at the college and stuff. So I mean, we're a small community in Brandon at 45,000 people, to a university and a college. Yeah. So I mean, usually we're the lower kids in the block, but I mean, we're going to go home and be proud if we win it again, and take our respect that we deserve back to our media and say, hey, we're champions. You know, like we have the Brandon Wheat Kings there.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, and we're down there on the totem pole, and when it comes to the media, but I feel we're getting our fair shake this week.
Good.
The teachers, they're behind our programs. They'll send the kids with it, their homework. Yeah. And I just want to say our coaching staff, Tony Bertone, Terry Sinkbelt, Ken Cross, and Jay Lynn Elms, they do a great job with the kids. They have nothing to do with the college. 3 of them are taking time off work this week to be here.
Fantastic.
And get paid very little. So I mean, Tony's retired, and he loves the game, and the kids love our coaching staff. They can't rave enough about them. So
fantastic.
It's a well-rounded team.
Good. Well, Larry, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, it's great to have you guys back, and best of luck in this tournament this year.
Thank you.
We're asked to begin with Larry Shannon, General Manager for Assiniboine Community College Women's Division II.